All right, welcome to Third Eye Champagne. I'm Kirsten Langston, author and intuitive, and I can't find my chat. Where's my chat? There we go. And I can't find my chat. Okay. Now where did I put? Oh, Kingy, my terrible mommy. Where did I put your Congo, buddy? Uh-oh. He's waiting for his Kong. Hold on. Now, what would I have done with this? What would I have done with your Kong? Aha! Okay, I got it. Found and discovered. All right, right there? Yeah. All right, let's get this doggy his treats before we get into it. Thank you, Katie. This is actually the name of the company. It's well, I'll show it to you. Amour Singular, which is French. It's a French company. All right, let's get this dog his treats so we can get to work. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you. A little bit more treats for the doggo here. All right, are you ready? Are you excited? Do you want to say hello to your adoring public first? You do want to say hello? You want to say hello? He's all, nope, I just want my Kong. All right, well, we're going to give it to you. All right, you ready, buddy? There you go. That's all yours, pal. Go ahead, take it. Go ahead, pick it up. I have a couple things I want to talk about before we jump into your requests. So it's been a very interesting week. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me. And for those of you who have signed up at thirdeyechampagne.com, thank you very much. For those of you who signed up on my Patreon, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. And for those of you who are new here, this is me. I am the business. This isn't my hobby. This is not something I do because I'm supported in some other way. I don't have a job other than this. I don't have anyone supporting me. So this is my jobby job. So when you sign up, when you support me, when you send me tips and donations, which I really appreciate, you are supporting my small business. So thank you very, very much. 300 watching and only 22 likes. Ring the bell, guys. Thank you, Katie. Yes, we love likes. It is not champagne, it's sparkling water. So I have some interesting news, some inside news for you guys. Hi, Aiden. Hi, Joanne from Brisbane, Australia. We have a lot of Canadians and Australians watching because I'm covering your elections. Thanks for being here, guys. Thank you for being here. So a couple things. Okay. I have diligently pursued my spying on the conservative internet, and I'm reporting back to you my weekly report back. They are still super stoked about what Trump is doing. Now, again, some of those may be bots and trolls and plants, sure, of course. But I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's a bunch of bots just talking to each other. But they are super stoked. They think he's doing a bang-up job. They think Elon Musk is killing it. They're very happy with what's going on. It's a lot. They're super happy. The other inside intel I'm going to give you. So here's the deal. So I have an insider in a federal job here. What happened to this person? So I think this is going to be the plan going forward, and I think this is what they're going to do with Social Security. So this person worked in, I don't want to say where they worked. I'm not going to say where they worked, but let's just say that they're still there. They are our manager, and they had about 6 people working below them. And the way that the job is structured is they can't do this job alone. They need these 6 people. So what Trump did is the 6 people got fired, and the manager was left. And then they told the manager, okay, now you cover for the 6 people we just fired. So it looks like what they're going to do is wait for the manager to fail because they can't do the job of 7 people, 6 including themselves, and then fire that person with cause. So it looks like, I think that's what they're going to do with Social Security as well. So are they going to cut Social Security? No, I don't think they're going to reduce anybody's checks that's already receiving money. They are going to freeze Social Security. So if you're expecting a raise, I know my mom just got on it, so I know kind of you get these little raises. You're not going to get it. And then I think people that aren't receiving Social Security, that would like to be at a certain age in a couple of years, I think they're going to have the biggest problems. So that's kind of what's going on there. I think that's exactly what they're going to do with Social Security, and I'm going to read on it right now. I think what you're going to see is people that are owed checks, like a lot of you, like my mom. Thank you, cost of living adjustment. Thank you. You're going to see a lot of it. Oh, sorry, there's nobody here to mail out your checks. Oh yeah, no, we still owe you the money. You're still going to get the money. There's still money here for you, but we just, we're having trouble processing it because we lost so much staff. So Aspie Third Eye says they want to make all service programs as dysfunctional as they've made USPS. Then they will move to privatize the whole works. Agreed. So first thing I'm going to look at is Social Security and look at the energy around it. And I've had several interesting conversations about midterms 2026. And as you guys know, some of you are new here, so you might not know. But for those of you that are old bees, sure, why not? The birds outside are going crazy. I don't think you can hear them though. My question about 2026 is not, is it going to go blue? My question is, will there be fair and free elections? So I like to look every now and then and see what the cards are doing. So historically, what they've been doing is half the time they're telling me, fair and free elections. And the other half the time they're telling me devil card, which means probably not fair and free elections. So we're going to check those today as well. So what's going on right now? I don't like the cards around Social Security. I really, really don't. So they're looking at stopping payments. Now, again, I'm going to look for existing people on Social Security. Right now, this is in general. This is general energy around Social Security. So they are looking at stopping payments. You see that right there in those 2 cards. They want to do that. They're not exactly sure how they're going to do it or how they're going to go about it. They want to stop paying people. Now, what do we have next? Well, we've got brand new energy coming around Social Security, but it's not great. It's coming in with the poor card. This is the poor people card. So they are going to be messing with it. I mean, we see the manipulation here, and then we see people not getting paid. So I'm going to look at that. That's in general. General energy is they're bringing in poor people energy. They're bringing in not paying people. They're bringing in screwing with people that are getting checks. But I want to look specifically at people that are already receiving it. I have a feeling that if you have paid into Social Security and you're expecting to get Social Security within the next couple of years, you're not going to get it. That is my fear. The volume's going in and out? No, only for some people. So let's look at people in the future receiving Social Security, and then I'm going to look at people that are currently on it. So it looks like some people are having volume issues and some people are not. Yeah, I'm going to look at that, Tiffany, if he's going to obey the court orders. I mean, my thought is absolutely not, but we shall see. All right, so those of us like myself who've paid into Social Security and are looking to get Social Security, ooh, yeah, okay. I don't love these cards. Jesus, Trump's here in the cards. Look at that. He's here in the cards. I don't love this. Okay. I anticipate problems. So for those of us who are not on Social Security, but who anticipate receiving it at some point in our lives, whether it is a year from now or 20 years from now, I'm not in love with the cards. Now, these cards could change. Right now, they're not the best. So again, we see this idea of they don't want to pay people. That is here. We also still have the Five of Pentacles saying, oh, we don't have any money to pay you. The money is gone. We don't know where it went. So sorry, the money's gone. We have the Tower, which I don't love, End card here, and then Trump shows up, which is horrifying. And then the End card is the Temperance card, which to me, honestly, I don't think people are going to get the money they're supposed to get. So even if somebody like me does get money in 30 years time, I'm not going to get the amount that I'm supposed to get. It feels like guides are telling me they're going to bankrupt it. I don't even know how you can bankrupt it, but that's what the guides are telling me. So I'm hearing that. And you know what? Let me just really quick set an intention. Okay. Just making sure I'm getting information from the right place and not from some super creepy, scary place. Okay, so now let's look at people that are currently on Social Security and see where that's going. I don't know what that is, Helen. You're going to have to spell that one out for me. NESARA. I don't know what that is. Huh. So some people are having weird, glitchy stuff going on. I'm sorry about that. Did you guys watch the Oscars last week? What did you think? I'm curious. I'm curious how many people watched the Oscars and agreed with the decisions that were made by the Academy. You're going to have trouble getting your money. So if you're currently on Social Security, this is it. There's the burden, there's the money. You're going to have trouble getting your money. I think you're not going to have trouble getting what you're owed. You're going to have trouble getting your money in general. Now, I think this is a stop and a start. So there may be months where the check is late. There may be months where it doesn't come. And then the next month you get a big check. It's going to be uneven. It's going to be uneven. But overall, people that are already receiving benefits are doing okay. You guys are okay. So it's not like they're going to yank that money away. Oh, sorry. I know you were getting $3,000 a month. Now you're getting $200. They're not going to do that. Adrian Brody is so annoying. I thought Conan did a great job. Joy, I agree completely. The Oscar decisions were wonky and unexpected. Yeah, I agree. Artsy Girl says, if it's being glitchy for you, go out and come back into the stream. Thank you. Adrian Brody's annoying. That's hilarious. The Oscars are very bizarre and strange, right? I found them strange. Also, low-key, very curious about Adrian Brody and his girlfriend, Georgina Chapman, who's Harvey Weinstein's ex. I know, I was very low-key curious about that as well. I heard Honora's actress perform in Russian state propaganda films, and the director didn't want to pay fair wages. Ooh! Oh, we got some tea. I was also rooting for Demi. That's true. Conan's opening monologue performance was great. Agree. Hi, Sergio from Canada. I like Conclave as well. Yeah, Al Green got booted. Venus retrograde definitely impacted the Oscars. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. So with regards to Social Security, and that's disability, that's all your SSI, whatever it is. SSI, SSDI. If you're already receiving it, I think you're going to be okay. The cards aren't showing me anything screwy as far as the amount that you're going to get. I don't think they're going to reduce the amount. I don't think they're going to raise it, but it also looks like things will be weird about distribution. Oh, sorry. Did you not get your check? Oh, well, you're going to have to be on hold for, 5 hours because nobody works here anymore. That kind of crap. So many of us count on Social Security at the first for rent. I know. Yeah, I don't think they're going to take your money. I think it's, ooh, we got a jumper card. There it is. So I'm going to, sir, it's too early for that. That's right. Feel shame. Feel shame, the king. Kingy. Mommy's working. You got to stop. Bro, you got to stop. He's so mad. So this jumped right out of the deck. We're talking about Social Security. This to me is advice. It's a warning. It's telling you to watch your money, pay attention to your money. They're not going to take your money if you're already getting it. But I do think you're going to have glitchy systems. Very glitchy systems. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, a couple things before we jump into your requests. Now, one of the big conservative things going on, because I'm being a big conservative spy now. I'm spying on them so you don't have to pay attention. One of the big things going on is they're saying, oh, well, they're not, in this budget bill, they haven't mentioned Medicare or Medicaid or SNAP. They haven't mentioned any of it. No, they haven't. They passed this bill by reconciliation. And what they've put in the bill says that certain committees have to cut a certain amount of money. Now, these committees happen to be in charge of Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP. So the cuts are inevitable, but they are not mentioned in the bill specifically. Yeah, that's a good question. We're going to look at that. Hello from Portugal. Claudia, I might move there soon to escape fascism in the U.S. So we're going to look at how bad the Medicare and Medicaid and SNAP cuts are going to be. I mean, they have, if you look at the bill, and I don't have the amounts in front of me, I apologize. But if you look at the bill, there is a set amount of money. I mean, I think it's in the billions, but there's a set amount of money from each committee that Republicans are requesting they cut. Medicare first. And they can really only cut this amount of money through cutting these benefits. So they will get cut. They will get cut. The big Oscar surprise is Demi Moore not winning. I agree. I was surprised about that. We're going to look at crypto today. I'm assuming that's Olivier and not Oliver. We're going to look at crypto. It's the clearest video you've ever seen on YouTube. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I have some money tips for you guys. I said I never wanted to be the money psychic lady, but there's stuff that I feel like we all need to pay attention to. Okay, so looking at Medicare death card. Bam. So you're going to get cuts. You're going to get cuts. Let me look at this without the cards. What the guides are telling me is that with regards to basically any kind of social safety net programs, so SNAP, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, all of that, you're going to see drastic cuts. And a lot of it is going to be, the way they're putting it, it's sort of henpecked. It's henpecked. I don't know how else to put it. It's like, oh, we're cutting over here. We're cutting over here. So when you go in for certain services or things, that used to be covered, all of a sudden they're not. It's not one big crazy thing. It's these little things, the way that it affects people. So it's Mr. Lady or Mrs. Man goes in to get some procedure done that used to be covered by their Medicare. It is no longer covered. They may or may not be told about this. So you see them taking it away. Right there. They're taking it. They're taking it. That's the guilty card. They are picking up your swords while your backs are turned. Raymond says the main objective of fascism is to keep forever the average person in subjection. Yes, 110%. 110%. So they're cutting things that used to be covered are no longer going to be covered. There's also going to be just a lot of janky behavior. So I don't think I've said the word janky since the 90s, but here we are. A lot of janky behavior. So again, same thing with Social Security stuff. Dude, there's technically nothing for him to bark at because the shades are down, so he can't see anything. It's going to be incompetence. It's going to be sheer incompetence. It's what it's going to be. It's going to be sheer incompetence. So it's like, even if you're supposed to get reimbursed, hey, you're supposed to give me my money. Nope, sorry, we don't have anybody here. So sorry. They've already paused HUD fair housing plans due to DEI. Yeah. Can I please look into the tariffs? Yeah, no, he paused the tariffs again. He's just going to keep doing it. I read on the tariffs a while ago, and I was like, these aren't going to happen. I still don't think they're going to happen. He's pulling the strings. He's pulling the strings because that's what he likes to do. Sharon Ann says the king is barking at invisible shit, maybe spirits or something. Oh, I never even thought of that. That's true. Flooding the zone is designed psychological warfare. Yes. All right, so there's your Medicare. I'm going to get advice for you guys. How about that? By the way, this all coincides with eclipse season. So we are in eclipse season. We have eclipses here. So for those of you concerned about Medicare, we're going to get some advice for you. We have an eclipse. I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. We have an eclipse on March 14th. That is a total lunar eclipse at 23 degrees of Virgo. We have another eclipse on March 29th. That is at 8 degrees of Aries. That is a partial solar. You're probably not going to feel the partial solar as much as you feel the total lunar. We are working our way up to it. That's probably why, if you are feeling stressed or lots of pressure, or things feel very intense right now, or you're kind of feeling like you're supposed to do something, but you don't know what you're supposed to do, that's eclipse energy. So the best thing you can do during eclipses is just sit tight, let things do what they need to do. Try not to make big moves unless you absolutely have to. All right, so advice for our Medicare recipients. Okay, so the advice is as follows. Okay, everything will recover at some point, but I don't think it's any time while we have Republicans or Trump in any position of power. So bear that in mind. It could be a total of 4 years, could be a total of 25 if we're really dipping into fascism. But you're going to be okay. So it's like, okay, you guys are going to be okay. You're still going to get Medicare. You're still going to get it. These are nice cards. These are your end cards here as far as advice goes. You're going to be okay. But for now, this is what we're looking at now. So we have the tower below you, disaster. Great. Right on top of you, we've got the money and the illusion delusion card. So what that's telling me is you're not going to know what your money's doing. You're not going to know what your Medicare is doing. You're not going to know when things are enacted. That's going to be the most difficult thing, is not knowing what is now covered, what is not covered, when do the cuts go into effect, and they might do really weird stuff like, oh, we're going to cut it for certain people at this age, but not at this age, or we're going to cut it over here, but not over here. Or if you get these procedures, they're still covered, but if you get these procedures, they're not. It's going to be really hard to navigate. So bear that in mind. The other thing they're showing you, you've got your money and you've got the burden card. So as far as advice goes, understand that you will more than likely be burdened monetarily when it comes to Medicare. Figure out in your own personal life how you can mitigate that. How can you mitigate that? Do you have a church you can go to, a community, hospital, charity, family members? You may have to. So think about those kinds of things. Going forward, is you will likely be navigating a system that is really weird, really shadowy, not giving you the full information. The people that work at Medicare themselves may not be able to give you all the information. They may not know what's going on. So understand that you're going to be dealing with some, for lack of a better term, total bullshit. And I do apologize for it. It's not my fault, but I'm going to apologize anyway, because nobody should have to deal with it. But that's the move. So the advice here is knowing you're going to be navigating something pretty bizarre. and knowing that you may be burdened financially, and how can you mitigate that? Have a plan. The one thing, we're going to look at Medicaid now. The one thing I am telling people about this entire situation in the US is you make sure you have a plan. Figure out where you are vulnerable and figure out a plan for yourself. You don't want to be flailing when things come down and you weren't expecting it. So, and what is that phrase? It's sort of what, plan for the worst, but expect the best. I mean, that's kind of the move here. That's kind of the move here. I don't want to see you guys in a position where you're in a lot of trouble. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. He's barking at nothing. He's just barking. Kingy. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. Hey, dog. Come here. What are you doing? You're being a brat. You know good well there's nobody out there. Come on, relax. Do you need more treats? No, you have plenty of treats. You gotta relax, bro. The joys of pet ownership. So, I know that there's Trump again. I know that a lot of people sort of have a little bit of trouble with my delivery sometimes because they find it a bit harsh, but are you hearing this? I don't want you to get caught slipping, basically. I'm going to have to go grab him. I really am. Hey, come here. You're done. I don't know what you're doing out here. I don't know what's going on, but you're done, so. Go on. No reason for that mouth, sir. I'm just going to light on in here. There we go. All right. Excuse the interruption, my friends. So yeah, I don't want you to get caught slipping. I'd rather you have a plan for what's coming. Pets are like having kids. Okay. So Medicaid. All right. Well, here's Trump again. Super fun that he's in the cards. There's going to be cuts there as well. I have the death card as well. Same kind of vibe for Medicaid. So it feels like they're going to be sneaky about it. This is the weird thing. It feels like they're going to be weird and sneaky about stuff. Oh, did we cut your money? Oh, like nobody's going to tell you. It's very strange. It's really strange. It's like strange, weird, secretive stuff here. So we have the Tower. We have sorrow. There will be cuts. And again, I see the same vibe where it's like, you're not going to be given all the information. You're not going to know what's going on. You're not going to know what's covered, what's not covered. They're going to have sort of arbitrary requirements or arbitrary things where it's like, well, you were on it for a year and a half, so you can't be on it anymore for another year and a half. And then you can get back on it. Like it's weird. It's going to be maze-like. I mean, I assume it's already maze-like. Let's get advice for you guys with Medicaid. The king, the king, I can read animals. I mean, I read pets. I can't take time out from my stream to start reading my dog to figure out what the hell he's barking at. Because that's not fair to you guys, obviously. But also, once I'm off the stream, I totally forget to read him. I should make myself a note. When will Trump be kicked out of the White House? I mean, don't hold your breath. Dental is catered for med. What is med beds? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. This is all designed to tire you out so you give up. Exactly, Amanda. Exactly. South Carolina just advanced a bill to outlaw vaccine mandates. Yeah, we're going to look at Europe, Claudia. We're going to take a peek. I want to look at SNAP cuts as well. I think we're going to get the same. Oh, I want to get advice for you guys with Medicaid, actually. Or, yeah, Medicaid. Get some advice cards for you guys. Then we're going to look at SNAP. I mean, this is really important stuff for me to read on. I know people kind of, you guys want like the tea. I know a lot of people are like, oh, we need the gossip. We need the tea. We need to know what's going on. We need to know how many times Trump shit himself yesterday. But this is the stuff right now. I want to cover it because it helps people. And this is the stuff I get the most emails about. Kirsten, am I safe? Kirsten, am I okay? So I want to make sure it's covered. All right. So for you guys, advice for Medicaid recipients. Honestly, they're just telling you to get as much information as you possibly can. Just get as much information as you possibly can. That's the move here. That's the move. I mean, yes, I mean, obviously we can protest, we can do all the things, but for each individual, when you're sitting there and you're going, I need to know if my prenatal visit is covered. I need to know if my kids' vaccines are covered. This spread advises getting a ton of information. Get all the information you can possibly get, and the same goes for people that can help you, or people that know how to navigate the system and that can help you navigate the system. You think Europe's going to get Elon first? Yeah, let's take a look at Elon. Is Trump planning to overthrow Zelensky? Well, no, I don't think Trump is. I mean, Putin might be. You know, you're gonna get cuts to SNAP as well, and I'm gonna get advice for that for you guys as well, and then we will turn over to your requests. Of course, we're going to be looking at Australia's election and Canada's election. At your candidates, I saw Doug Ford just went super ham. I saw him on TikTok, and he was like, "Look, we ain't buying your shit anymore." He was not messing around. He was not messing around. He was like, listen, America, we're boycotting every damn thing that you can possibly send our way. We don't want it. We don't want it. Yeah, dude, this is rough. This is rough. So your cards do advise you also taking action if you're getting SNAP benefits. This is also, you're going to have to figure out, okay, if they cut, what do I need to do? So once again, have a plan, figure out where you can supplement that income, who you can talk to that can help you out. Yeah. And I'm going to say this, once this is all over with, it seems like these cuts, like we don't get back to where we are now. Like we don't get back to where we are now. Guy who never entered a grocery store saying how much a week groceries should cost. All right, let's get into your requests. And don't worry, Canada, Australia, I haven't forgotten about you. We're going to get to you, but let's take some requests first. So what do you guys want to look at today here? Orban's blocking support of Ukraine. Will a third party rise? Yeah, let's look at midterms. I think it's going to be quite a while before you get a third party. Let's look at midterms. Will there be midterms? I think there will be, but they might be fake. So let's see if we're going to get free and fair midterm elections in the United States in 2026. I don't see that. Jujubee is asking about a second situation with sickness all around the world. I don't see it. I don't know. Everybody's been asking me that question lately, and I have no idea why. Is it because of the bird flu stuff? Okay, fair and free elections 2026. Okay, so I am 100% getting the devil card. which would lead me to give you a no. I have to cover up the naked people. So I'm getting the devil card. I ask about fair and free elections in 2026. I'm getting the devil card. I want to ask this a separate way too, but I don't think it's set in stone. I really don't, because the moon is here, which gives me variability around the whole thing. The tower is here, which also gives me variability around the whole thing. So asking about fair and free elections in 2026, as far as midterms go, I'm getting the devil card. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. It shouldn't be here. We don't want it, especially when we're reading on elections. But the other thing too is it's like, it's going to be hard to tally. Like it's going to take time to tally stuff, but it's volatile. The energy around it is volatile. So I'm going to ask this a little bit different way. I'm going to ask, does the House and Senate go blue both in 2026? Kingy had a blankie and he ate it. He was like, yay, Cameron's here. Yeah, he ate the blankie. Where are you guys getting this information about a new global illness? I don't know who Susie Wiles is. I will do so, but I need to know who it is. 1024 on the stream. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for being here. We are reading on your requests. No, not personal requests, but anything else you want to read on as far as politics or celebrities or weird stuff. I am here for you. So just throw it in the chat. And again, don't be afraid to put something in the chat quite a bit if I don't see it the first time. It's not considered super spammy. Sometimes it just goes by too fast and I can't see it. Also, you do not have to pay to play here. Tips are appreciated. I appreciate them far more through PayPal than I do through YouTube, even though YouTube makes it really easy to tip. YouTube takes a huge percentage. PayPal doesn't take as much, but I appreciate your tips. But listen, you don't have to pay to play here. Please don't pay to play. Tip me if you want to tip me, but there's no reason, just because you give me a tip doesn't mean I'm going to answer your question. I try to get to all the questions. So there's no reason to pay to play here. I know that's how other people do it. It's just not how I do it. Okay. These cards are weird. So I asked, does the Senate and the House go blue in 2026? I still have the moon here. I still have the moon. So it's still showing me volatility. It's showing me cheating right here. I mean, I don't think it's cheating by Dems. I mean, maybe they're cheaters, but I've never picked that up. I still see cheating here, which is interesting. But then I get some damn good cards. I still see cheating here though. So I see cheating in 2026. This is not, they do it, gerrymandering, the whole deal. We know this, voter ID laws, all of that. I mean, that's the cheating that we're dealing with. That's the cheating that we dealt with in this last presidential election. But then I get some nice cards. So it's possible. It's possible. These are not the best. Like, I want to see better cards. I don't want to see the devil and I don't want to see the cheating cards. This is kind of what was happening for me with Trump and Harris. Is I was getting like, oh, thank you, the Silver Goddess Tarot. I appreciate the tip. I would be getting like, oh, Harris has good cards, but then she'd be getting these like, the cheating cards. She'd be getting these somebody screwing her over cards. She'd be getting these really wacky cards. So I don't love it. I don't love what I'm seeing for 26. I think we need to send out better energy for 2026. Yeah, they always cheat. Gerrymandering is constant cheating. Yeah, agree, megastructure. I mean, yeah, the Ukraine war is going to end. It will end. It will absolutely end. I've always seen it ending the same way, which is, there's water in there, goofy girl. Ukraine cedes parts of Ukraine. They cede land to Putin. But they still maintain a Ukraine. When will the endless stream of awful news end? David wants to know. I think you're going to have to turn off the news. I mean, technically it never has ended. I mean, the news typically does report just like the worst possible stuff. You like I opened the San Francisco Chronicle and it's just like, these are a bunch of people that got shot. There's a bunch of people that got robbed. I mean, they're not typically. Okay, well, what do we want to know about Susie? Ramaswamy has plans to make a run for state government in Ohio. Will he make it or get elected? No. Yeah, we need to do some energy work around this 2026 midterm stuff. Will they pass the bill that says in order to vote, your name has to match with the name on your birth certificate? I'm not looking at Gene Hackman today. Just so you guys know, it's too fresh. It's just too fresh. They have family. Gene and his wife have family. I don't want to read on that today. I will read on it eventually. I'll look at it, but I don't like to read on that stuff too soon. Okay. Will they pass the bill? Hit or miss. Hit or miss. They don't have it right now. No, they have to go back to the drawing board with that bill. They don't have it. They don't have it right now. They do not have it. The other thing I want to let you guys know, we are coming up on a Mercury retrograde. We're in the middle of a Venus retrograde. We just finished a Mars retrograde. We are coming up on eclipse season, which means when we get out of all of this by mid-April, you're going to see a bunch of stuff reverse. You're going to see a bunch of stuff. Right now, you can't really trust anything that's going on. Honestly, because we have all these retrogrades, we have eclipse season. You're going to see stuff like today with the tariffs. Oh, I'm going to do the tariffs. I'm going to do tariffs. He bitches enough to make the stock market take a nosedive, and then he's like, maybe I'm going to back off on that. That's the vibe right up until about mid-April. You're just going to get the same stuff. So when you're looking at things in your own lives, you're looking at things geopolitically, whatever you're looking at, expect a lot of weirdness. Expect a lot of changes and a lot of reversals. Oh, that's a good question. Katie wants to know, is the U.S. going to leave NATO? Is Jennifer Gardner back with Ben Affleck? I know she has a boyfriend, but then they were hanging out. Does anybody know? Get that exact question. Is leaving NATO. Okay. Will the U.S. leave NATO? I also want to look at Europe. Europe is basically now the last bastion that is, helping arm Ukraine and defend Ukraine. So I want to look. Also, we looked at this last week, but I want to look more at the fate of Europe. Because I'm going to tell you this. Nobody wants to hear this shit. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. The U.S., as, being number one in the world, I mean, we know this, right? We're watching it happen. Let's be fair. But the U.S. being number one and doing all the things and everybody kind of looking at the U.S. and us being really powerful, that's in the toilet. That's in the toilet. That's not coming back. That may never come back, quite frankly. If it does come back, it will be decades. The amount of mess that Trump and company are going to make, it's you have no idea the kind of damage they're going to do. And it's damage that you don't really see. I mean, there's immediate damage, but there's damage you're not really going to see until we're way down the road. It's it reminds me, so with example, in California, we have a dreadful homelessness problem. And it's directly due to Ronald Reagan closing all these state psychiatric hospitals and saying, you can go on charity, go fend for yourselves. So he did that when he was governor of California, which was in the 70s. And so it takes until 2000, the early 2000s, to really see the impact. That's what we're going to see with this Trump stuff. There's a lot of stuff where immediately we're going to see impact, especially if you live in the US. But there are things geopolitically that we are not going to really grasp what he's done until 2030, 2040, 2045. That's legit. That is legit. Is it safe to fly in April? I mean, is it safe to fly at all at this point? Okay. I don't see us leaving NATO right now. I don't have any cards of leaving. I don't have any cards of leaving. It's not great. I mean, NATO is showing up here. It's the world card. Oops, she's naked. NATO's showing up here. It's the world card, and we've got them. They're working. They don't want to have anything to do with us. NATO's like, go to hell, US. Like, they don't want to mess with us. But the last cards here, the final cards here, are not walking away cards. They're staying in right now. China's taking over in a subtle way. Yeah. All right, let's take a peek. Yeah, I'm going to look at crypto. In fact, let me make a little note so I don't forget, because I want to look at crypto, and I want to look at our Australian and Canadian candidates. And this seems like a really nice time to remind everybody to be kind, please, in the comments. When you leave comments, be kind in the chat, be kind to me, be kind to each other. And I'm going to say this. Do not come into my chat or my comments complaining. It is useless. It's a waste of your time. I don't read those things. You're just bringing everybody else down. It's pointless. I mean, unless you're a professional troll and that's kind of your job. I mean, far be it for me to judge you there. But if you're a regular person and you just want to come in my comments in my chat bitching about something that I'm doing, or that's something that you're seeing, or something that somebody else said, you don't belong here. I'll just say it flat out. We don't want you here. You don't belong here. You are not welcome here. Kindness does count. That's true. All right, so let's look at Europe. Listen, you know what? I feel a download. Damn it, I feel a download coming on. All right, hold on. Get these cards out. Okay, so what they're showing me, okay. First things first, they want to talk, they're saying the eclipse season is like, it's very volatile. It's just, there's a lot of volatility in the air that's going to be affecting people in your personal lives and around the globe. You're going to see it. It's a lot. There are going to be a lot of reversals. So what you're seeing with Trump going, doing his little tap dance, doing the hokey pokey, it's the tariff hokey pokey is what it is. You're going to see more of it. You're not just going to see it coming out of Trump. It's going to be out of a lot of world leaders. Oh, we said we were going to do this, but now we're going to do that. Oh, we did have plans to do this, but now we're doing that. You're going to see a lot of that. You're also going to see a ton. Oh, I hate to say this. You're going to see a ton of resistance against the United States from outside of the United States. So there are countries that are already very vocal. They're going to get even more so vocal. Let me tell you something. They don't hate us as individuals out there, not in the US. They don't hate us as individuals, but they really don't like our leaders. They really don't like what the country is doing. They don't like the decisions the leaders are making. It's going to get very vocal. There's going to be a lot of pushback. You may see quite a bit more boycotts coming from around the world, not just in Canada. It gets worse. It gets worse. So the bullying, the behavior, everything that we're ashamed of when it comes to Trump and his sycophants, his Supreme Court horrors, all of it, the behavior gets worse. And the world is like, we're not going to put up with it. And I mean, people like us are going to be like, yay, go world. Don't put up with it, but there is a sense of shame attached to it. I think people are going to go like, oh God, they hate us. It gets worse. What they're also showing me is that on the whole, Trump is ineffectual in what he plans to do. So his entire total fascist takeover, and believe me, the plan is really bad. I mean, it's a Christo-fascist takeover, period, point blank. It's about as worse as you can imagine. That's the actual plan. He doesn't get super duper far. I've always seen he gets about halfway. The guys are kind of backing it up. They're saying, well, for the most part, he's ineffectual. However, he's only ineffectual because people are pushing back against him, and that includes the citizens of the US. So we've got to keep pushing back in the best ways that we possibly can. what they're showing me as far as Ukraine goes, they're saying Ukraine falls. It will fall eventually, that there will be a peace deal brokered where Zelensky is like, I will give up this and you go away. And Putin takes it. He'll double cross him if he lives long enough to do it, but he takes it. Europe really starts coalition building in the absence of the US, and they do very, very well. They do very, very well, both Eastern and Western Europe. There is a lot of coalition building. There's a lot of community building. I would not be surprised they start sort of building up their own defenses, so they're not reliant on the US. Nobody's going to want to rely on us. So our bargaining chips, saying, yeah, we have a big defense system. We're going to come to your aid. Oh yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to send you this. We're going to send you that. Nobody wants to deal with it anymore. So we're losing a lot of bargaining chips. When it comes to Europe, the Ukraine thing may even go into 2026. I'm not clear on the timing of it. My timing on the Ukraine situation has never been super clear. So I really don't know when it's going to end. I know it's going to end. I know the outcome. They don't win. They have to cede some area to Putin. Maybe stuff he's already gotten. They're like, all right, fine, just keep what you have and let's be done. Europe brokers this. The US has nothing to do with this. Europe brokers this. Europe is going to hold Ukraine for as long as they can. Europe is committed to holding Ukraine. So is the UK. They are fully committed to this. They are fully committed to Zelensky. Reading on Zelensky right now, he feels safe to me. He feels secure. He feels like he's getting what he needs. He doesn't feel like he's hanging in the wind. He's pissed about the Trump stuff. He's pissed. He got used. He honestly thought in the beginning that they were going to negotiate in good faith, and then he realized he was set up. He was absolutely set up. They were setting me up just so they could stop giving me aid. It was a whole setup, blah, 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 blah. But he's also telling me, he's going, well, I just had to play it out. It had to play out. It had to play out. I had to let it play out till its end. I couldn't walk away. I couldn't let my people see me walk away. He is telling me he has the full support of the Ukrainian people because they really know what's going on. He's telling me there's a lot of propaganda that has been spouted by the US. The US isn't even giving us an accurate portrayal of what's happening out there. Definitely, obviously not Russia, but he's going, the people that live here know I'm doing right by them. They know what's going on. They know the true stories, and I have their support. That's what he's showing me. As far as, you really want to look at who's stepping in to fill the gap with regards to the US, because the US being regarded as number one or a superpower or whatever, or having a big seat at the table is gone. It may never return in our lifetimes. It truly may never return in our lifetimes. It is gone. It is absolutely gone. We are no longer a major player on the world stage. I know a lot of people are concerned about, global violence because of that, and countries choosing sides and whatnot. And I don't see anything like that right now. I really don't. It just meh. It just doesn't seem like a thing. The energy is always sort of sitting there, but for the most part, that's not what Trump wants. He doesn't want a big war with anybody. He really doesn't. He just talks shit. He just talks, oh, we're going to take Greenland. Oh, blah, 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 blah. He just talks shit. That's all he does. He's not really interested in actually doing any kind of this stuff. And what I read on Putin is that he's nodding his head like, yeah, just do what you want, stupid. Just do what you want, Trump. Just do what you want, stupid. He's filling a role. He's fulfilling a role for Putin, and it's working out beautifully for Putin. Putin is delusional. He thinks he will never die. He's an absolute megalomaniac. He really thinks he's never going to die. So he's going, I'm going to live forever, and I'm going to have everything I want by the time I'm dead. I'm going to have a reunited, Soviet Union. I've crushed America. America's dead and gone. It's what I've always wanted. I crushed an entire country. That's what he's telling me. He's showing me this. He's terrible to read on. I hate reading on this guy. But that's what he's giving me. He's also laughing, and he's telling me, he's like, Elon's been in on the whole thing. I don't know if that's true, because I'm getting information from him, so it's entirely possible it's erroneous information. That's what he's telling me. He's going, we control you. Do you understand? We control you. And he means both Russia controls the US and rich people controls everybody else. We control you and don't even understand it. We control your entire lives. We control you day to day from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. And in your dreams, we control you. And he believes that's how it should be. He actually believes that's how it should be. That the rich should control everyone else. He really does. I know a lot of people really see China as a threat. And like, yes and no. A lot of what China's busy doing right now is developing a shit ton of tech undercover. China's going to come out the gate with tech stuff. The company that already did that, like, screwed with NVIDIA, like, you're going to see more of that. You're going to see more of that. They're going to come out the gate. They're going to dominate Pluto and Aquarius financially. They're good. They're going to be a very rich country by about, I mean, they're rich already, but 2050. I mean, it's this is what they're doing, very wealthy. The guys are telling me a very wealthy company. Very, very wealthy company. It's funny because they're calling the country a company, but they're calling it a company. So taking a little peek here now, download over, taking a little peek at the cards here. Yeah, Europe's done. Europe's done with the US. Look at these cards. Europe said, nope, sorry, we don't want you anymore. We're not going to play with you. We don't like you. You're out of your friggin' mind. You're not useful to us. Whoa, 1,255 people watching. That's another record. Well, thank you very much. And thank you very much, everyone. They don't want to deal with us. They think we're uneven. They think we're idiots. They think we're chaotic. We're stressful. We don't have anything to offer them. Okay. Let's take a peek at crypto. Let's take a peek at crypto. Oh, I think you're going to get a government shutdown. Oh, he's digging up a little spot on the carpet for himself. He's digging up a little spot on the rug there. Yeah, Ian, you did say it. Europe's done. This is my first time watching you, new subscriber. Thank you, Gypsy, and welcome. I mean, listen, veterans in the U.S. are not safe from Trump no matter what. Nobody's safe. They're going after those benefits too. Can I take a look at the cyclone off the coast of Brisbane? Yeah, do we have a name for it? Is it time? Thank you, Jimmy. Love me and Linda G. Appreciate it. Yeah, Australia. Yeah, we're going to be a pariah. Nobody's going to mess with us. We're going to be an absolute pariah. And I'm going to tell y'all, listen, economically speaking, like I said, I think before it really starts to hurt, I said this before, I've said this the minute the guy, we knew he was in, even I think before, he's going to crash the economy. We are watching him crash it right now. Super fun, by the way. Not anxiety inducing at all. Thank you. Cyclone Alfred. We will look at Alfred. And I always saw that we would hold about through 2025. But I think, and I still think it's okay. Honestly, the closer we get to 26, that's when you start to see like 2008 type stuff. That's when you start to see, like 1929 type stuff. Like that's when the closer you get to 2026, that's when you're going to start to see some dire straight shit. So I'm going to say it again. Watch your money, save your money. Don't spend your money in a frivolous way. Put it in your pocket, put it in a high yield savings account so it can make money for you. But really, I mean, really, this is no joke. It's coming. It's coming. So here's the deal with crypto. Is it time to get out of crypto? It's a bubble. I mean, the cards are very, very clear. They're like, look, it's a bubble. It's a bubble, and it's super volatile. So the caution here is, I mean, it's okay. Like, there's money here. Okay, fine. There's crypto money here. But the caution, you're being told to be very, very careful. So if you are heavily invested in crypto, I would make sure you're diversifying outside of crypto as well. You are getting a caution to be careful. You're getting a caution to be careful here. You're getting a caution to be careful here. I see volatility here and here. I see stress over here. And then we see the bubble over here. I mean, listen, I'm going to disclaimer you. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a friggin' psychic. So listen to me at your own peril. But I let my stocks ride. I don't pull my money out. I just let it ride. If your money's in there for a long time, like, you know, if you're like 75 years old and you're like, I might need the cash instead of having the stocks, like, go ahead and cash out. But, you know, if you've got time in the market, just let it ride. Just let it ride. Yeah, don't put in more than you can afford to lose. Exactly. I mean, the stock market is gambling. It's straight up gambling. How bad will the stock market get? Good question, Marcia. Let's take a look. And I'm going to tell you right now, you want some investment tips? Here you go. Again, I'm a psychic, so you're going to have to do this at your own peril. This is your own risk. I'm no expert. But green energy, probably not in America because we want to live in the Stone Age apparently. But green energy companies, yes, obviously. You want to put your money in all sorts of brand new tech, because Pluto in Aquarius is going to love the tech. Uranus in Gemini is going to love the tech. So any kind of like innovative, holy crap, what is this, like iPhone type stuff, like Apple back in the 80s, that's where you want to put a lot of your money in the stock market. Also, one of the things you want to look at is vaccines, cancer vaccines, innovative cancer treatments. Those are going to be huge going forward. Those are going to be massive going forward. So there you go. There's your stock stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy. I saw that, and I've actually been meaning to email you. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Jimmy is actually an executive producer on this show and all of my shows. So I want to actually say thank you very much to you, and thank you for hopping in the chat there. I have been meaning to email you, and this week has been insane. It's the story of my life. Yeah, I love biotech. I love all that stuff. CRISPR technology is good stuff to invest in. Yeah, we're going to look at Elon. I'm going to take a peek at Elon Musk. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon just yet. I do not. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are looking at the right stuff. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Doug Ford said, F you Starlink. Canceled Starlink. Absolutely canceled Starlink. I mean, this is some wild stuff. This is some really wild stuff. Yeah, Elon was flying on Air Force One. So stock market, how bad is it going to get? Well, all right. On the whole, right now, cards are like, we're okay. We're okay. Okay, fine. And the money is showing up here. Okay, fine. But then we have the volatility here. So you can expect it to swing much like it did in Trump's last performance. I can't even call it a presidency. Thanks for being a member, Julie. I can't even call it just performance. We'll just call it his performance. So we see the volatility there. We see the manipulation here. They're manipulating the market on purpose, right? You know this, right? And then we see problems. So there's going to be a pretty dramatic, I don't want to call it a disaster, but there's going to be a pretty dramatic situation As far as timing it, again, I'm not the best psychic when it comes to timing. I admit that freely. So be careful. Be careful. If you can afford to, just like I said, you can leave your money in there and it doesn't matter because, you leave it in there another 10 years and you get all your gains back, you're fine. Great. But if you're, if you talk to your advisor and they're like, well, it might be a good idea to sell some stuff, sell it. Go cash heavy. A lot of people are going cash heavy. All right, let's look at Cyclone Alfred and see how it's going to get. It's apparently off the coast of Australia near Brisbane. So let's take a peek. It's funky in your own country when you start rooting for the leaders that are the nemesis of your own country's leader. That's a good way to put it, Ann. Thanks to my mods today. You guys are killing it. This is the most people we've ever had on here. So thank you guys. I know you got a lot going on and I appreciate you. Yeah, Warren Buffett went cash heavy. Yeah, big time. Big time, big time, big time. Housing, it's hard to look at housing because you're going to have pockets where housing is okay. I mean, I think the housing market dropping as a whole, I don't think it's going to happen. I think you're going to have pockets that are devastated. And it's that thing that I'm talking about where it's like you're not really going to see some of the fallout from Trump stuff until he's long gone. And I think housing is going to be a huge part of it. So you're going to have these, especially red states, you're going to have pockets where people become even more destitute, right? They can't get their SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare, what have you. You will see housing plummet. And then you're going to have places like the usual places, DC, New York, California, where the prices are going through the roof. So housing is pretty... Ooh. So do we know if Alfred's like absolutely going to make landfall? He's a big puppy. He's a big puppy, carries a lot of energy coming in. So Alfred is thanks to the eclipses. Cyclone Alfred is thanks to the eclipses here. Bringing a lot of energy. There's a lot of wands here. It's a lot of vibes. A lot of vibes. If we're making landfall, which I don't know that we are based on these cards. This sucker's coming though. This sucker's coming. You've got money here, so I think you're going to see damage, but I want to show you this, like the vibes of this cyclone. Look at this, okay? Look at all these wands. Like this is no naked people, right, Kirsten? Look at this. Wands. This thing is carrying a ton of energy. Look at that. Carrying a ton of energy. So coming in with this is eclipse stuff, and then it's money. Then we see money. And it feels like it might hang for a while. Like it feels like it hits and it's like, we're gonna live here. I'm gonna live here for a while. I live in Brisbane now, thank you. I feel like it's not going anywhere. But I don't see anything. I mean, it's rough, but it's not insanely out of the ordinary, but I do think you're going to sustain damage. I think it's going to be expensive. The wands are action. Yeah, the wands are action cards. It's energy cards. 4 million people. Yeah, I think it's going to cost some money. Yeah, we'll look at Elon. We will look at Elon Musk. I want to take a peek at our elections first, since we're sitting here in Australia. Let's take a peek at our guys. Oh my God, who's the other guy? Albanese, and who's the other guy? I'm blanking on this guy's name. Our likely, yeah, we're gonna look at you next, Canada. And congratulations, Ontario and Doug Ford saying "fuck you, Starlink." That was brilliant. I can't. Dutton? Is it Dutton? Am I crazy? Did I make this up? Likely leaders in, thank you, Dutton, I was right. So let's look at Dutton's cards. These are our likely leaders in the Australian election, which has to take place on or before May 17th. Dutton did not get the best cards last week, if I recall. So let's take a peeky here. You guys, we're about to close in on 1,300 people. This is this is exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so stoked right now. I'm super stoked. Oh, there we go. We hit 1,300. This is the highest. This is the highest I've ever had people watch me. This is the highest number. Please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that I'm very popular. When I get back from Idaho, which, by the way, dress like a wife, if you guys were in the chat last week, I said, I'm going to Idaho and I'm going to Trumpy country. And somebody said, dress like a wife. It is my quote. Whoever said that, I don't know if they're on here right now, but it is my quote. It is my quote for the entire trip. It's my quote for the entire last week. It's my quote for the entire this week. It is my quote. Dress like a wife. I live for it. I live for it. Okay. So Dutton's cards. Decent cards. He has really decent cards. Yeah. He has really decent cards. Thanks, Susan. Appreciate that. I'll show you his cards. They're nice cards. He's got victory, but it's not coming in with all by itself. It's coming in with this. He might squeak by. Yeah, I'm wearing the pearls. I'll have to wear the pearls to Idaho. Just like a wife. Huh. Yeah, he might squeak by right now. Dutton's cards are very nice. Beautiful cards here. He's got the star. He's got the hanged man. He's got the sitting pretty card. He's got the magician card. I know, I'm sorry. His cards are nice. So let's look at Albanese and Albanese. I think it's Albanese. Let's look at his cards. He could squeak by right now. Yeah, don't clutch the pearls. No. Dress like a wife. I'm living for it. I might get a t-shirt that says dress like a wife. I'm not opposed to it. I know, Lisa. Albanese, that's what I thought. All right, let's see his cards. Albanese. And then we'll check Canada. We got to check y'all's candidates. But your election isn't for a hot minute, if I recall correctly. You guys have time. I will be streaming from Idaho if I can get good internet. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys. So you might remember this from a while ago, and then I got involved in my stupid house lawsuit. But we're going to be doing the Third Eye Champagne Awards. So you guys are going to pick your top 3 favorite psychics on any social media platform, not just YouTube. And the way that you are going to, he's got nice cards too, but not as nice as Dutton. The way that you're going to do that is through the newsletter. So sign up for my newsletter. I'm going to send out a poll for you guys. I'm going to have awards made up and everything. We're going to do the Third Eye Champagne Awards, so you can pick your favorite psychics. I live for award shows, so I live for award shows. So I wanted to do my own. So please do, if somebody can put the newsletter link in the chat. It's also in the box on YouTube down below. But please do sign up. I don't spam you. I don't sell your email. I don't do anything with your information. You get notifications when I'm live. You get notifications when I have sales for readings. And you get notifications. You get once a month newsletter saying, hey, this is what I'm doing this month, and this is where you can find me. So I don't send a lot of unnecessary stuff. But if you want to join in on that, jump on that, get on the newsletter. And then it's a very strange thing. But a lot of people lately have been asking me, oh, are you going to do a retreat? When are you doing a retreat? We should do a retreat. I want to go to a retreat with you. It's weird. It's been coming up over and over and over again. So obviously it's nothing I don't think I can put together in 2025. I don't think so. It'd have to be at the end of 2025. But I know a lot of people are mentioning it, and I'd just like to get y'all's opinions on it in the chat, if that's something you would be interested in. I mean, if enough people are like, hell yeah, we could do something like that. Okay, so Albanese's cards, not great. he's got victory in his home environment. Right now, I have contentious energy for Albanese. The newsletter link doesn't work. Oh, well, we don't love that. Damn it. I'll have to post that. I'll have to start posting it. Yeah, you can't vote for me. You can't vote for me because I'm the one giving out the awards. I'll just have to get honorable mention every year. But so Albanese's cards, it's I don't love the conflict here. Like there's chaos, there's conflict around it. However, he has victory all by itself, which we love. He's got the Magician and the Lover's card here. His cards, I would say they're very close. They're very, very close. Right now, I think his cards are better than Dutton's, but they are very, very close. I don't think this is going to be like an easy race. It just feels very, very close. Okay, so let's cruise on over to Canada. Take a look at our people over there. We have been basically looking at Mark Carney, Pierre Poilievre, and Chrystia Freeland. Yeah, Dutton is trying to be super Trumpy. I know. I'm hoping it backfires on him. Oh, bonjour to Quebec. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chantal. Oh, the Green Day show got canceled. Fun fact, Billy Joe grew up right across the bay from me, and my uncle dated his sister. And my uncle was in a bunch of punk bands. My uncle hung out with Blondie and the Ramones. And, oh God, I mean, you name it. My uncle, like the punk scene, you name it. My uncle was there. He did it. And dated Billy Joe's sister. Okay, so we're looking at Christia's cards first. She's got nice cards today. She's got nice cards, but disappointment in the home environment. But she's very beautifully qualified. Like she's well qualified. She's got a lot of good stuff going on. She's got nice cards here. We like her cards. But the energy's not moving enough for me right now. So she does have beautiful cards. But I don't like the sorrow card in her home environment. Let's look at Mark Carney. Yeah, my punk uncle is the same one that keeps emailing me about going to Idaho. And he's like, Jesus Christ, be careful. Sent several emails. He's like, listen, I'm telling you right now, I've been up there. You got to be really careful. Okay, let's look at Mark Carney's cards here. France just canceled $891 million trade deal with the USA. China will get the business. Yep. We're totally screwed. Christian's from my area and we are done with her. Thumbs up, please. And please hit the notification bell. Thank you, Jeff. Barbecue with Neil. Well, now you're making me hungry. Let's get over 1,000. Oh, I love that. Let's do that. Let's do that. That would be cool. All right, Mark Carney. Whoa, Carney's cards are stunning. Well, yes, there will be I will be having physical awards that I will send to people. Yes. Like I'm taking it very seriously. I'm taking it very, very seriously. Carney has really nice cards. I mean, his cards before, not great. His cards today, much, much better. He's got so he's getting the victory card as well. He's got the Sun card. He's got the 3 of Cups. Only problem I see for him right now, I mean, he's got the Queen of Pentacles in his home environment, which I love. Oh, we got 100K likes. Yay. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. This is fun. This is fun. Success is fun. Who knew? The only thing I don't love for him is his energy is sitting here. What I want is for this to be all by itself and for this to go away. So his cards, he would fare better with that. But otherwise, the man's cards are really, really good. Like really, really good right now. All right, so let's check Pierre Polyev and see how he's doing. And we hit 24K subscribers. Holy shit, we got to throw a party. Oh my God, we're so partying when I get back from Idaho. We're going to have to do a special Drunk Tarot live cocktail party. Oh my God. I mean, all these years being stuck with regards to subscribers, and now we're having a big month. And again, I do want to shout out, thank you to Linda and Andre, because I know this bump is from being on both their shows and having them on mine. So big shout out to them. They're so fun. They're so fun to hang out with. And we have the best time. And it's, you know, they are not my peers age-wise. You know, we're totally different generations. But I don't feel like the kid. I mean, I realize I'm a middle-aged woman, so why would I? But when I'm with them, you know, I don't feel like a kid. I don't feel like they're talking down to me or that we're not on equal footing. And it's really, really nice. It's really, really nice. Okay, so Pierre's here in his own cards. Well, he's ooh. All right, right now, this man's cards, inconclusive. They're nice cards, but he's not happy. So he's here in his own cards, and he's giving me the sun. So he's like, I'm half happy, half not happy. Like, I could be happier. Denise said, subscribe, folks. Costs nothing. Live every Thursday. Yes. And when I'm not live and I'm live for my paying subscribers, you guys always get videos. YouTube always gets freebies. So he's like, I could be happier. I'm not super happy. He's sort of sitting here. He's got the tower, which I don't love. I mean, you know, for him, if we were saying, oh, we want Pierre to get elected, I mean, I don't care. I don't live in Canada. So I have no horse in this race. But I wouldn't want the tower here in his cards. I wouldn't. He needs better cards. His card of government is here, but it's just sitting here. Not doing anything. All right, my friends, let's take a peek at Elon Musk. Did you guys see the video I posted? I posted a link to a video from a French senator, and he just lays it out. Mary says, I've been watching you before Linda became famous. Love you. You're fabulous. Thank you so much, Mary, and thank you so much for sticking with me for so long. I just joined. Have you talked about South Korea? They accidentally dropped bombs. What? I just subscribed. I thought I was already. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Constance. Whoa. Well, they impeached the president, right? Thank you, Donna. I know you've been with me a long time. We're gonna cruise right into our palate cleansing. So get your celebrity questions ready. And your weird stuff questions ready. We're gonna cruise in after I look at Elon Musk. We're abandoning politics. We're gonna go look at other stuff. Denise says, let's give Kirsten more likes. Thumbs up. Yes, please. Yeah, I thought that, they impeached the president, right? Whoa, Elon. Whoa. Okay. This man's cards are effing wild. He's got a death coming. He's got a death coming. Trump's showing up in his cards. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. He's going to eke out some kind of a financial victory. But it's going to be very difficult for him. But look at this. Fated death coming for Elon Musk. I gotta take a peek at this. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to go away, quote unquote. This guy doesn't feel to me like he's going to do anything else other than what he's doing for quite some time. I want to go find him. Oh, I love him. Dylan, I love him. All right, Musk, where are you hiding, you little bastard? Don't forget, I'm live every Thursday. All right, he's hiding from me. I'm just going to have to keep going. I can't give anyone else credit. I actually found you right now. Listen for a minute and immediately subscribed. Thank you, just for fun. I appreciate you. Yeah, he gorgeous when young. He was gorgeous anyway. SpaceX had another disaster. Oh, lovely. Let's see what else we can see for Elon. What's the death? What's the death? Let's take a peek. Thanks, guys. And remember, it really helps me out when you tell your friends about me, when you link me places, when you share my stuff on your social media. It's very, very helpful. For those of you just joining, yeah, we can do some energy stuff. I started this channel back in March of 2017. So I've been doing this a very long time. But in 2018, I got super shadow banned. I mean, I wouldn't believe it was real until it happened to me. Hi, Robert. How are you? But it's been really, really hard for me to get noticed, to get subscribers, to get seen. So this is like, I'm having a very big month here. So it's exciting for me to finally hit 24,000 subscribers. It's taken a very, very, very long time to get here. I basically, God, there's death again. It's the eclipses from Musk. I wonder what it is. Guides are telling me it's legal. Guides are telling me Musk has gotten away with stuff he's not going to get away with anymore. It also looks like he's losing other government contracts. Nobody's going to mess with this guy. He took the Nazi thing way too far. Nobody's going to mess with him. Nobody wants to mess with him. Like the only people that are going to mess with him, it's going to be Trump and Putin, and that's it. This, look at this. I'm going to show it to you again. Death and the eclipses right there, dude. Bam. Bam. He's losing. It's all money. This is money. And Trump again in his cards, and I shuffled really well. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to get where I am, so I appreciate you guys being here, helping me out, watching, subscribing, what have you. And remember, if you want more of this and you want to see me uncensored, because yes, I do censor myself on YouTube, you can join my Patreon, Kirsten Langston, or thirdeyechampagne.com. The subscriptions start at $11 a month. There's a backlog of over 600 videos, over 200 blog posts. It's a lot. It's a lot of bang for your buck. It's a lot of bang for your buck. And we are live and ad-free and uncensored on Zoom Thursdays. So it's worth it. It's worth your money. Cameron says, buy her readings. It's worth it. Okay, so my friends, palette cleansers, please. Oh, I like that question. Is Lisa from Blackpink going to be good with her success? Is that on Patreon? Yeah, the backlog of videos, the library, everything is on Patreon. It's also at thirdeyechampagne.com. Julie says the Zoom events are great. To get access to the Zoom, you have to be a member or a patron, and you get sent a Zoom link in your email, but you also can access the Zoom link on either the website or the Patreon. Oh my God. Kirsten, I think you're getting more subscribers because you don't appease your audience like other readers do. God bless you, Ian. That's very sweet. You just say what you see and feel, no matter if it's good or bad news. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback. That's positive feedback. That's helpful to me. And I appreciate that very much. I really do. I really do. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So, we said Lisa from Blackpink, right? Yes. She's looking good. Cards are looking good. Beautiful cards, actually. Stunning cards. Absolutely stunning cards. I'm an insult psychic. Ooh. Oh, is Dorit getting divorced? Jesus Christ, I didn't know that. Is she getting divorced? I'm obsessed with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. Positive feedback helps me so much. And I'm okay with criticisms as long as it's done in a good way. Saying, hey, Kirsten, would you mind slowing down? You speak really fast, which I do. That's nice. Bitching about it and saying it in a rude way, that doesn't help me. And also, I'm probably not going to do what you're asking. I'm a quadruple Scorpio, guys. With Uranus in the first house. You drive past Dorit's and Kyle's house every day. Oh, shit. All right, I gotta look at Dorit's divorce. Woo, there's money. These people are out of money, dude. They're out of money. This is not good. There is sorrow in this marriage. They are out of money. Possible cheating. I'm not gonna put my finger on that scale, but we do have the sneaky card here. This isn't good. This isn't good. Someone, maybe both of them, felt absolutely trapped in that marriage. Trapped. My son is a Scorpio. Holy moly, I was not prepared for 15. Oh, I like that. Mexico. You know what? Mexico is going to do very, very well. Mexico has actually a lot of opportunity energy around it, which I like. Mexico could end up being an absolute paradise. I know there's a lot of problems with corrupt police and gangs and all that kind of shit. It's also beautiful. I love Mexico. I've been there several times. Huge fan. But there's an opportunity here for Mexico to be like, yeah, we're a superpower. The woman that is running things right now really is extremely smart, really knows what she's doing. Lisa says, slap some DNA on the thumbs up button. Share, subscribe. It's free. Much love. What do I think of Jennifer Tilly being on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? I mean, not much. She doesn't have much energy. Nathaniel says, remember, if you thought you subscribed, but it shows you haven't resubscribed, YouTube is taking subscriptions for some reason. Thank you. You're a Libra. My mom's a Libra. What else do we want to look at here? Yeah, no, Mexico has a lot of opportunity. A lot of opportunity to a lot of growth here. Yeah, New Zealand did very well with Jacinda. Who else do you need to look at? I really want to know. I need more takes on your takes on the Oscars, guys. I need more takes on Oscars and Oscar movies. Well, I'm not opposed to a retreat in Mexico. Not opposed. But, I have to say, you realize that a Third Eye Champagne retreat is not going to be like anything you've ever done in your life, right? When do we get a woman president? Honestly, Carolyn wants to know when the U.S. gets a woman president. Jesus. I would say not within the next 20 years. Oh, Affleck and Garner. All right, let's look. I did see The Substance. It was insane, ridiculous, and I loved it. Claude De Leon says, thank you so much for your advice to renew passports now. Mine was set to expire in 2027. Chat's moving too fast. But I did the necessary in February. I appreciate the insight. Yeah. Yes. Get your passports now. Is there enough champagne in the world for a Third Eye Champagne retreat? Oh, Melania's not going anywhere. Melania's definitely not going anywhere. Are you having a great grandbaby? I love that. When will rent and housing market be affordable again? Are we talking about the United States? Like I said, you're going to get pockets. You're going to get pockets where things are going down. You're going to get pockets where things stay the same. We're headed for an economic crash. I mean, we're headed there. No, he did too much damage. Jennifer Garner, Ben Affleck. This guy did too much damage. That divorce did too much damage. Look at this. There's no way. If they're hanging out, they're hanging out, but she's not messing with him again. There's love there. I mean, I see it. It's right here, but too much damage. Way too much damage to really get back together. I think Conan will host again. Not looking at Gene Hackman just yet. We're going to give him some breathing room. What else do we want to see? We are doing palate cleansers before I dip out of here. So we are looking at non-political stuff, non-scary stuff. We're looking at fun stuff. That can be whatever you want. That can be alien disclosure. That can be paranormal stuff. That can be messages from guides. That can be celebrity stuff. Whatever y'all want. Whatever y'all want. Dude, Adele feels like, isn't she married with a kid? I don't know, this woman's in love. This woman is super duper crazy in love right now. Let's look at the Menendez brothers. Yes. So, I mean, they petitioned to get the hell out of prison. And I was like, they're going to be out before Christmas. I was convinced of it. I think Ryan Murphy said it. And I was like, yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah, we can get messages from guides for sure. But let's look and see the fate of the Menendez brothers. You're obsessed. Ooh. I still think they're going to get released early. They have nice cards here, but it's delayed. Super duper delayed. I like how I deem the Menendez brothers happy and fluffy. Yeah, Menendez brothers are happy and fluffy. Again, quadruple Scorpio. I can't help myself. These guys are getting out, dude. These guys are getting out, but it takes a long time. They get out early. They get out very early. I don't think Joe and Mika are going to get fired. No, I do not. Are protesters safe in the USA? They're never safe in the USA. Oh, let's look at let's look at Meghan Markle's new show. She's now trying to be the new Martha Stewart. Let's see if this show is successful. Oh, that's right. Adnan Syed got released from prison today. I kind of do want to look at the Tate brothers. That is definitely not fluffy, but I feel like we need to look. Is Shakira's tour being sabotaged by her ex? No. She is a victim of Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, and eclipse season. And Mars retrograde. I thought the chat was in slow mode. I thought the chat was in slow mode. Is it not? I'm also confused. Yeah, Meghan Markle has a new show, and she's basically trying to be the new Martha Stewart. And I read some reviews on Gossip Time, which is a great Substack, and Hunter Harris's Substack, which are great. If you like celebrity stuff, you should definitely give them your money. And they were not super kind. I have to say, they were not super kind to her. So, does Meghan Markle have a success on her hands? Let me put it this way. She seems to be happy with the way things go. People watch this, but it's not a runaway. It's not a runaway thing. Oh yes, we have to check my boyfriend Luigi. Okay. I like that. We're going to check the tape, brothers, too. We're going to do it. So for those of you who don't know, they're disgusting people. These really disgusting people, the Fratellis. They dress like a wife. Here for it. They were in Romania. They got arrested because they were doing terrible, terrible things. Trumpy, because he hates women, was like, let's bring them back. Put them in Florida. Now they are being investigated in Florida. Let's see the fate of the Tates. Markle's show is unintentionally comedy gold. Ooh. Ooh. That's a I mean, yeah. That's a description for it. That's a description for it. I know, my boyfriend. Isn't that terrible? This close to writing the man a letter in prison saying, hey, I've been reading your cards and you've been getting really good ones. The fact that he had to say, please don't send me pictures because I can't get them and like other people are looking at them. You know how many nudes that man got? Do you have any idea how many nudes from male, female, and everyone in between were sending to this poor man? Jesus. Okay, so the Tate's cards are actually really, really good right now. Like they sit here, whatever's going on with them, it sits here for a while. They have a lot of cards. It's just sitting here, but look how happy they are. Look. They're like, yep, great, beautiful cards, stunning cards for the Tate brothers. It's just so unfortunate. It's just so unfortunate. They're happy. Biden, you know, the vibes I get from Joe Biden, it's just like son of a bitch. Like, it's like, son of a bitch. He's pissed. I'll tell you, he's pissed. And you know, I had a random thought today. May or may not have been a psychic thought, but it was definitely a random thought that Pelosi was actually being paid off by Trump, or not paid off, but blackmailed by Trump this whole time. That she might actually be secretly on Team Trump. Oh, we just got a jumper card. It's Joe Biden's worry card. I honestly thought that. Because she gave away the farm too many times when it came to this guy. The way she's trying to not really strong arm AOC, but she's really trying to sideline AOC. I also wonder that about Merrick Garland, asking about Merrick Garland. I wonder if he was a plant somehow blackmailed. Honestly, I really think about it. She did bully AOC. You know, especially in the first term when everybody was, you know, just going, God, Nancy, impeach him. And she just wouldn't do it. And then the way she screwed Biden over, haven't 90% of them been bought and sold? I think so. I mean, but I'm cynical when it comes to that. Ooh, Luigi. So I know people are wondering he's going to get off on a technicality. Listen, he has a lot of volatile cards here. Oof, he's going to get convicted. He's getting 10 swords in the back. He's going to get convicted. There will be a conviction. Unfortunately, I don't want to see it. I don't want it to happen. He's got really nice cards. Otherwise, they are kind of volatile. He's got the tower here, but this is not, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this for him. I don't want to see it. Not happy about it. Not happy about it. Drop that soap. Oh, Kohlberger. Let's look at his cards. I mean, Al Green's going to do a good job. The rep from Texas who got booted out of the State of the Union the other night. Al's going to do a good job. Al's going to continue to do a good job. I mean, whatever the natural career trajectory is for him, he's going to have that. Like, there's nothing unusual or crazy for him. You know what I mean? I don't see that he's going to be, sidelined in any way, or reach insanely high heights. Like, oh, yep, and Al Green is now the president. I don't see that. It's pretty chill, pretty normal. All right, we're going to go to guides in a minute and do a little energy clearing. But first, I want to look at Brian Kohlberger's cards. I do love true crime. And that qualifies. I'm sorry, Cameron. It does, for me, it qualifies as fluffy. It's not politics. I need a break from politics, y'all. Pelosi's face shown during Trump's speech made her look tortured and weak. Yeah, I've never been a huge fan. People get mad at me for saying that. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But the other day I did have that thought. I thought, Jesus, maybe she's corrupt as shit too. Biden's pissed at her. Biden feels like she screwed him over. Jasmine Crockett is she's getting a lot of play. Also a rep from Texas. Ian thinks that she might be a VP at some point in her life. Yeah, she's getting a lot of play. Kohlberger. This is dark. This isn't about his trial. This man is demonic. Isn't that a horrible thing to say? He's got terrible cards, dark cards. The energy is very dark. This isn't light and fluffy at all. Dark. Very, very bad energy. Terrible energy. Demonic. I don't know how else to put it. He's got demonic energy. Like, there's demons in this guy. Like, and I mean, I'm not really a demon person, but I don't know how else to describe it. Like it's so low level stuff. It's so, Debbie calls it the light score, right? It's so low level light score. It's like the light scores in the basement. Just god awful stuff. I know a lot of people, he's a patsy, he didn't do it. Bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm going to cast judgment. Right here. Terrible dark energy. I've always seen divorce for Harry and Meghan. Always. Okay. Let's see what the guides have for us. Before we do that, I do want to do just a quick clearing and boost for everybody. So I want to clear myself and everyone that is watching or will watch. And command all energy that's less than 100% light to be cleansed, cleared, and removed, pulled into the light, sucked into the light, and replaced with 100% light for me and everyone that is watching or will watch or has watched. That feels better. I feel this shit. I wouldn't do this stuff if I didn't feel it physically. I always feel it. I don't know if y'all feel it, but I feel it. And we're now going to call in all energies that are 90% light or higher to bless us and grace us in our own individual lives. Right, James, it feels better. I always feel better. Oh, thank you. I have such a hardworking, honest vibe. Thank you. I deserve this success. Thank you so much. Part of me is like, I deserve nothing. That's probably my Catholic upbringing. That's probably the Catholicism. Okay. What do the guides have for us? Okay. First thing the guides are telling me, they're like, listen, sit tight. I mean, wherever you are in the world, they're like, sit tight, don't move, don't make big moves. The energy right now, everything is just very much in flux there. And there's a ton of energy. The way they're putting it is that there's more energy on the planet right now than there is in other time periods. So it's like we've got an influx of stuff. There's a lot of energy being directed at us right now in this moment. For whatever reason, it's just there. And they're saying, listen, just try not to make moves, sit tight. It's not the time to make big moves. It's a germination period. You are going to see a lot of reversals. They're telling me that as well. They're also telling me that a lot of people are just really scared, really, really scared, and that they are deflecting that fear in various ways, particularly on the internet. And this is a message for me. They're like, look, we know you're getting a lot of questions. We know people are asking about a lot of stuff. We know people are projecting this, that, and the other. The guides are like, listen, it's because they're scared. It's because they're scared. People are just scared. They may not know they're scared. They may not want to admit it. It may be subconscious, but that's why you're getting a lot of what you're getting. It's not anything bad. I mean, I get grumpy people, but I'm getting a lot more questions in personal emails. Like people are emailing me, can you look at this? Can you read on this? Is this happening? Is that happening? I'm getting a lot of it. So that's why people are freaked out. And a lot of this is going to die down. They're saying the intensity that everybody's feeling, a lot of it's going to die down. The U.S. is on a path. The U.S. is on a path, and we have to reach the end of that path. That's just the way it's got to go. You're not going to stop anything in the middle of it. You just can't. We're on the path. The energy has been created. We have to play it out. It has to be played out. And what the guides want to see is us protecting ourselves in any ways that we need to be protected. So whether it's energetically or financially or psychologically or emotionally or in any possible way, the guides are saying the one thing, because the guides are like, we can't stop this. There's no miracle. There's no hand of God coming down to grab Trump like, he's like pulling him out of a dollhouse kind of a thing. There's nothing coming to do this. There's no miracle coming. And so what they're saying is this stuff has to play out. Now, what they are telling me is it is quote unquote a mystery as to how far he can get. So again, as far as his implementing this fascist regime in Project 2025, the guides don't know how far it's going to go. They don't know. I personally am saying he gets about halfway there. That's my read on it, my psychic take on it. The guides are like, we don't know. The guides are very clear with me. My personal guides have always told me, we are not prognosticators. We do not predict the future. We can tell you the energies that you're working with, and we can see sometimes the logical end to those energies, but we do not predict. My guides have told me that from day one. So they don't know where it's going to go, but they are saying it must play out. All of this energy has been created. It must play out. Whichever way it's going to play out, it must play out. And so what they want to see from us. King, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to do something here. Sorry. I'm very frustrated with that. What they are, damn it pulls me out of it every time. I got to get back into it. Hold on. What they're advising all of us to do, they're saying, however you need to be protected, protect yourself. If you're not living in the United States, you still may need to protect yourself. So if you are working in an industry in another country that is dependent on United States money or tariffs or whatever, make sure you are protected. A lot of it is going to be economic. But the problem with it is the economic stuff plays into our health in the US because our healthcare is for profit. It plays into our health because of, the food we're going to be able to afford to eat or not be able to eat. So there's, the air that we're breathing, all of that, it's all economic stuff, but it filters out into everything. So much of the painful fallout for a lot of us in the immediate now, it's going to be economic. And it's going to be, this is why I tell you guys, have a plan. If your healthcare fails, if your Medicare is gone, how are you going to get care? What are you going to do? Who can help you? Again, go to a church, go to a community center, figure out where you can get help. That's a biggie. So what they want to see from us is really protecting ourselves. Again, energetically, don't watch this guy too much. Don't sit through 2 hours of the State of the Union where he just sits there and yells and lies. They don't want us doing stuff like that. They're saying it's imperative we protect our energy from him and his cohorts because it's so low. And also be careful. This is funny. They're saying be careful who you argue with online because you're engaging with that energy. The minute you give that energy attention, you are engaging with it. You are engaging with it. So they're basically saying, listen, don't give into fear. And I think it's also, for me, seeing people, it's very easy for people to kind of read on this and read on this and read on this and read on this. And it's like, but how is that helping you? It's not helping you. It's not doing it. Yeah, it can entertain you, but and I'm fine with that. I'm great with entertaining people. That's what I'm here for. But I also want to make sure that you're getting something out of it, that I'm not just feeding you whipped cream, that like I give you a steak ahead of time so you don't get a tummy ache. So they're saying be careful the energy that you're engaging with. It's going to be a long 4 years in the US. I mean, the guides are very clear with this. They don't see this guy going anywhere. They don't see this energy going anywhere. It must play out to its logical conclusion. One of the problems energetically that they're showing me is that he keeps getting more energy. People are, whether they love him or they hate him, they want you to constantly look at him. As a reader, I can tell you this. It's constantly, well, what about Trump? Why aren't you reading on Trump? If I went one live stream without ever reading on Trump or anything associated with Trump, nobody would watch me. Well, the diehards, you guys would. My diehards would. But they don't want us doing that. They want us protecting ourselves, protecting our energy, protecting ourselves materially, making sure that we have plans in case certain things that we are dependent on fail or disappear, or maybe aren't available for a while. So, all this stuff, I mean, I understand that a lot of the questions are fear-based, and I get it because it's scary. But if you can pivot away from that and get yourself into a more settled space and go, okay, this is where I'm vulnerable. These are the places, these are the areas where I might get hit by this stuff. What am I going to do about it? Here's what I'm going to do about it. Here's what I can do about it. There are things you may not be able to help. There may be things where you're like, yeah, I might get hit in this way. As a woman, I'm hit. They're coming after women. That's it. Period. Point blank. There's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it, except for surround myself with kind, compassionate, loving, protective people. You know what I'm saying? He is an energy vampire. Yeah. He's it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. He's an energy vampire. So that's one of the biggies they want to see. They're like, please turn away from this man's energy. And I've said this before. I said it in his first term. It's okay to look. You got to look. You got to know what's going on. But don't. If you're sitting here watching 8 hours a day of YouTube psychics reading a Donald Trump, even if it's me and you turn me off, please stop. I beg you. It's just not. It's helping him and it's hurting you. And I mean, that's the bottom line energetically. They really want people to protect themselves, take care of themselves. They're going to speak directly. You have no idea how energies work in this world. You're constantly walking down a highway through energetic ramps. Through energetic ramps and wormholes. That's interesting. And when you focus on the energies of any one thing, you draw it towards you. And when you actively push the energy away from any one thing, you draw it towards you. The best thing you can do is turn away and focus on an entirely different energy completely. This goes for your life, for your whole life. It is true when they say you focus on something, you receive more of it. When you put yourself in resistance, you receive more of it. It's simply the way things work. It is the way things work, not in the universe, but in your particular dominion. Certain structural anomalies make it so. Whereas universally, we do not have this problem. For it is a problem. It's the way this domain was set up. It can help as much as it can hurt. If you're drawing the correct energies towards you, it helps you immensely. If you're drawing the incorrect energies towards you, it will hurt you immensely. It's simply the way things work here. And we tell you this, Trump's energy is strong. He's accumulated much energy in the last 2 months. He cycles it in and out of himself. He draws it forth, puts hatred upon it, and sends it back out. For this is how he functions. Oh, I'm getting weird light anomalies behind my eyes, dude. This is wild. This is why he remains, but he is not the entirety of your problem, for he is not the root cause of your problem. He is not the root cause of your problem. The root cause of your problem is greed, sociopathy, and a lack of compassion. For in America and all over the world, you have made monsters. Monsters you have allowed to flourish that would eat you alive if they could. For they have no compassion. They have no tolerance. We would call them creatures of pain. The problem with them is they enjoy inflicting their pain on others, on everyone around them, on everyone they can reach. And sometimes these creatures of pain are far-reaching. They seek dominion over you. This is truth. For they know no other way of being. If you were to measure their levels of consciousness, they would only be accessing one or two, when in truthful reality, you can access over 220 levels of existence and being. And these creatures of pain access only two. Understand this and you shall be free. Truly grasp these concepts and you shall be free. For we seek to liberate. We truly seek to liberate. A word on this medium. She handles so much energy she's unaware of. Oh boy. Coming onto these streams, she's handling each individual's energy that watches her now or in the future. She handles the energies of the spirits that pass back and through, whispering in her ear. She handles the energies of us and ones like us. And she, cute. And she wonders why she is hungry. Oh, God. That's really funny. But understanding, we mention this because in the handling of all of these energies as she walks down the highway of one live stream, she has no understanding or knowledge of what she is doing or what she is walking through or where the energies are coming from or where they are going. She instinctively turns away from things she should move away from, but she has no understanding. We say this, understanding these concepts, extremely difficult, and yet simple, almost deceptively simple. But when you can understand them, you will have won your own freedom in your own individual world. Okay, done. Done, 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 done. There you go. I'm not going to remember that one either. I kind of like this, though. I feel like we got like a nice little format here. It's like we tackle the politics, we get into the fun stuff, we end with a channeling. I feel like this is like the way we need to do it. I know I've said that. Now that I've said that, I probably will never do it again this way, but hi, Mona. But it works. It works. It works. It works. Oh, I don't remember any of these when they start talking like that. I have to go back and watch them. You can feel free to leave. I'm just going to sit here and moan for a while. I'm just going to sit here and moan and chit chat. Talk about going to Idaho and dressing like a wife. Did I show you? I don't think I still have the picture, but the place that I'm going to has a big sign when you enter town. Instead of the name of the town, all it says is "Welcome to Trump Country," and it says "God, Guns, and Neighbors" or something. I will be going next week. Don't try to rob my house because I have a house sitter. Not to you specifically, Cameron. And then Cameron came in with a little black mask, like a cat burglar. No, yeah, I'm driving the septuagenarians around. This is my function in Idaho. I'm taking the ladies. I'm taking Nancy and Kathleen, and my cousin's getting married. The entire family are oh, how do I say this politely? I don't know if I've ever talked about it. They're in a religious cult, like a really gnarly one, like the Duggar cult. They're in the actual Duggar cult. So they think I am a piece of shit. What's going on with Patreon, Franny? Idaho. Oh no, my dad lives there and says everyone who works at USAID are spies from the Middle East. Oh shit. Oh, God, guns, and barbecue. I mean, I can get on with the barbecue. Yeah, I know. I see the Trump stuff everywhere too, up here in Northern California. I mean, it's her brother's kid, and she is family through and through. Yeah, and my brother's in Humboldt. I visit Humboldt all the time, Carlo, and yes, there is a weird hippie redneck hybrid. Yeah, that's real. That's real. Maine is like that, really. Yeah, I'm gonna be going to I'm gonna do some Bigfoot hunting, and we rented a really old house, like a early 1800s house. So I'm hoping to get some EVPs. I'm going to a cult. Well, here's the thing. I am not invited to the wedding. So my cousin is getting married. My my mom and my aunt are invited to the wedding, and I am not. Because she literally thinks I am from the devil. You haven't been able to see some of the videos. All right, I'll look. Thanks, Franny. I'll take a peek. Yeah, no, she first of all, I mean, she's like Leviticus. She's like the tattoos right off the bat. The tattoos are sending me to the devil. So that's number one. You know, the multiple piercings I think she just doesn't like, but I don't think it's sending me to hell. But the witchy stuff, the psychic stuff, the fact that I do astrology, all of it, devil, hell, devil, hell. So and then, you know, they think I'm a big drug user, which I'm not. I don't do drugs. They think I'm a, can I say slut on YouTube? They think I'm a total slut. I mean, the opinions are so low of me because I'm a educated woman that owns her own business, that speaks her mind, that does psychic stuff. Basically, that's the whole deal. They didn't invite me to the family wedding. Yeah, I am not invited. So day of the wedding, I don't want. I hate weddings anyway. Why would I want to go to the wedding of somebody who thinks I'm a piece of shit? I don't. Absolutely do not. It's not, no interest to me. I don't like weddings. I don't like funerals. If I could avoid them all at all costs, I would do so. But I mean, they're so ingrained in the cult. You know what I mean? They're so into the cult that I mean, these are their beliefs. It's their beliefs. They really think I'm the devil. And so I gotta drop my mom. I gotta drop my mom and Nancy off at the wedding. I gotta drop my mom and my aunt off at the wedding and then leave. Don't worry, I'm gonna dress like a wife. I'm fully live streaming from Idaho. Don't worry, I'm fully live streaming from Idaho, hands down. As long as I have good internet, I will stream. You will find me. I'm gonna give you all the tea. I'm gonna tell you everything that I see up there. I'll give you some of the family tea. Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna take photos of Bigfoot hunting. Yeah, I'm very excited. You know me and my Bigfoot stuff. I did a lot of Bigfoot hunting up in Humboldt, obviously. Every time I go up there, I do a lot of that. Supposedly Capricorns are the devil of the tarot. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're Christo-fascists. Yes, they are. 100%. Yeah, they are 100%. I have a whole sect of my family that they moved to Idaho because they love Trump. They wanted to move to a Trumpy town. And they're not like, it's weird. I mean, they're weird. They're weird fucking people. I mean, listen, I love them. They're family, but they are weird fucking people. And I've had the opportunity to see some of the, they're homeschooled. I've seen some of the books that they use, and it is, even the math stuff had biblical stuff in it. I mean, it's utterly bizarre. I just, I have positioned myself. This is no shit. I've positioned myself as a safe haven. So even the ones that are really, really in the cult, like, I pull them aside and I'm like, listen, if you ever need anything, you come to me. Like, I'm like, if you ever, I don't mention they're in a cult. I don't say you're in a cult. I don't say, all that shit. If you watch Shiny Happy People, that's them. I never say it. I never say you're in a cult. I never go after them for their Trumpy shit. Basically I pull them aside because they're all really young. They just had a big family and they're pretty young, the kids in the family. So I just pull them aside. I'm like, hey, if you need a safe space, you need to get out of here. If you ever need to run, or if you find yourself perhaps being gay, you can come to my house. This is how I deal with it. I just tell them, if maybe you want to be transgender at some point, like you're like, I'm switching genders, you want to go down that road, and just say want to be transgender. But if you find yourself transgender, I'm like, at my house, I'm the safe space. And they just look at me like I'm crazy. They just look at me like I'm nuts because, this stuff is so taboo to them. So they're just, and it just makes me even more like the devil, because I'm encouraging, the devil activities here. I'm like, yeah, transgender, gay, you want to sleep with a bunch of people. Like, it's me, I'm here. I'll get you on birth control. Like that. No, I know. I never go on private property when I'm looking for Bigfoot. Thank you, Fauna. No, I never do that. Okay. All right. Like I said, feel free to leave. I need to calm down a little bit from my channeling. It was a bit much. So I'm trying to chill out. But yeah. Send them a crystal as a wedding gift to use when their Medicaid runs out. Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, that's the thing. I don't think they realize, people in these cults, they never have money. They're usually, I don't know if they're on government assistance. I have no idea. I don't know that business, but people like this usually are. So I'm thinking to myself, like, you guys love this guy. You guys voted for him, and you're probably going to be dirt fucking poor because of him. Like, you're not going to have any money. You're not going to have health care. It's insane. So yeah, that's where I'm going. That's why I'm going. I am going as the devil incarnate. I'm going as Rosemary's Baby. Oh my God. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, they're very nice people, but and I was actually for a long time super ignorant that they thought I was the devil. Somebody let it slip last year. They were like, well, because you're so evil. And I was like, wait, what? Like, spit out cherry seeds. I should Witches of Eastwick. I should fully Witches of Eastwick. I could be a different witch, every day I'm there. I could be Cher, and then I could be Michelle, and then I could be Susan Sarandon. Yeah, they think the bad stuff is going to happen to other people. Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. Yeah, they God bless them. God bless them. And I mean that sincerely. But it's funny because I'm always trying to send out messages of love, right? Like, that's kind of my jam. I will say the one thing from Catholic school that stuck was the golden rule: do unto others as you would have done unto you. Love your neighbor as yourself. Period. Point. It stuck. It was good. Grateful for it. I'm always trying to send out the love. And then I see them and they think they're sending out the love, but the love equals Kirsten is the devil, so we can't fuck with her, and we hate gay people, and we really hate trans people. I mean, it's insane. It's just wild to me. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing next week. I am going to try to live stream for you guys. But it's definitely going to be an Idaho tea live stream. I'm not going to be able to sit here and read cards. So That's that. So, I mean, but it should be pretty good. Let's face it, it's going to be pretty good tea. Like, I'm going to give you guys the story. I've never been to Idaho, so I'm really excited about it. And I heard it's very beautiful there. I also heard that if you are from California, they kick you out of restaurants and spit in your food. I don't know if that's true. I hope it's not true. But I mean, I know people that were up there, and they call places with like a Bay area code or a California area code, and they just get hung up on. That's true. That is true. I've heard that firsthand. So as a Californian, I'm gonna have to lie. I'm just gonna go in there and be like, I'm a wife from Texas. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm a wife from Texas. I know. I can't bring any tools. The devil. Like, no, God, no. I can't bring tarot cards up there. Please. They probably don't sell anything blue. Yeah, no. I there's internet at the house I'm staying at, so like I will be there. But it's also open carry, so I guess people just walk around. I've never seen this in my life. I guess people just walk around with guns. Like I think automatic weapons. I don't know. But they walk around with guns. Like they like it's gonna be the old west. It's gonna be like Tombstone. Maybe I should go as Val Kilmer. Maybe I should just totally Doc Holliday, Val Kilmer. They'll think I'm out of my mind if I just start walking around, in Val Kilmer, Doc Holliday drag. Oh, is Vegas open carry? I don't think I've ever seen a gun in Vegas. I don't think I have, but I mostly hang out in the casinos, and I don't know if they're allowed in casinos or not. Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks guys for hanging out. I appreciate you. So next Thursday, I will not be live for anybody because I will be in Idaho. So you'll get a video. I think I'm going to do an RFK deep dive. I feel like you guys would like that. So what I want to do is I want to look at RFK's, policies, career, where he's headed, and then also just general energy of RFK, see where this guy is coming from. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I will do my best to live stream from Idaho, just so you guys know. I can give you a heads up. I'll do it on YouTube so everybody can see it. And after that, I will also, next week not here, week after be here. So I adore you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support. And if you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much. Leave me a happy little comment down in the comment section. I appreciate it. Is there anything else? No, there's nothing else. We gotta go. We gotta go. I adore you guys. And we have fun. We have fun. I will say, okay, before I leave, I'm going to say one more thing. New people that come in here, one of the biggest things they say to me, either they email me or they'll put it in the chat, is that everybody here is so nice. So like everybody, you guys always, you welcome people. You're so nice to people. You're so kind. They always comment on it. I don't know if other readers have this, other people on YouTube have this. I'm sure some people do, but we have such a beautiful, sweet community here. Australia, if you are near Cyclone Alfred, stay safe. We love you. Third Eye Champagne is here.